awful. I'm clenching an umbrella between my legs right now, so bear with me here. But Cassie is still on the stand being cross-examined. And just a warning, it's been a few days of cross, so what I'm about to say, just again, I'm reporting it. Don't get mad, but this is what's going on. It's been very explosive today. We've heard about allegedly Cassie dating an NFL player at one point and Diddy becoming insanely jealous. And there was another mention of Cassie dancing with Chris Brown in 2013. And after she did this, allegedly Diddy stole her phone. Cassie said she remembered Diddy stealing her phone, but she denied ever dancing with Chris Brown. And this all stemmed from an incident that she told us about, where she was driving with Diddy in the car. They were going to a doctor's appointment and he said something to her like, you know, text your mom that you're okay. And I'm paraphrasing. And she opens her phone or goes to unlock it, and as soon as she unlocked it, he stole it from her. And then she said he got out of the car basically and took off running. She didn't have her phone for hours, and she told her mom, and her mom called the cops. Side note, I'm wondering how many calls there were to LAPD over the last X many years and how many police reports there are. I wonder if that'll come out. But let me go back a little bit because, oh my gosh, it's raining so bad, sorry. There was a lot of back and forth between Cassie and Diddy, and Cassie really talking about how, you know, you're high, you're so crazy when you're high, you're drunk, you're this, you're that. And I felt like the defense is really trying to plant that Diddy could have never committed these crimes, again, because he didn't have the guilty mind to do so because he was under the influence. Just a thought that I had. We learned today, oh my gosh, there was a lot. We learned about Jonathan Oddi, and this was the escort that had come out. He got arrested at Mar-a-Lago in 2018. He was on camera saying all these things about Cassie and Diddy, and that Diddy paid him off and this and that. Well, it was discussed today with Cassie that she saw Jonathan Oddi take his phone out during an FO and start to record. She told Diddy, and she said that, you know, Diddy said he would take care of it, but she wasn't aware of, you know, him doing anything. But I guess we know now that he did pay him off and he did sign an NDA. They also discussed the escort service they use. I'm not sure if I had said this before, but it's called Cowboys and Angels, and it was actually on a reality show called Gigolos. I don't know if that was Showtime or HBO, but yeah, whatever. They really are spending a lot of time trying to discredit Cassie. There's a couple things here. So Cassie had testified during direct about an alleged rape that happened in 2018. She said it was in August. Well, they pulled up transcripts and her lawsuit, her 2023 lawsuit, where she said that it happened in September of 2018. And this was after Diddy returned from Burning Man. And during direct, she said that the rape occurred in August again, and that night he was trying to convince her to go to Burning Man. Then they showed us text messages between Cassie and Diddy from August of 2018, where he says to her, or she texts him with a heart, and this is like a day or two after they went to that dinner, and then he allegedly raped her. And sorry, is it loud? I hope it's not. She texted him with a heart, and he said, "I'm sorry that I've fallen off." Again, paraphrasing, "I didn't turn you on last night or the other day." And you know, she's responding, and they're having a conversation like all is well. And then they go to another friend's birthday party a few days later. So again, poking a lot of holes. And then there was something wild, a recording that we heard that I thought was super wild. And I didn't bring up what I'm about to tell you the other day because it wasn't, I don't know, I guess I didn't think it was important, but wow, now it's pretty crazy. And by the way, just going back to Cassie responding with, you know, or corresponding with Diddy after the alleged rape, I don't want to get any hate for that. I'm sure that the state is going to put a doctor or a psychologist or psychiatrist on the stand testifying about trauma survivors and abuse and how they react. Just a side note. But about this other incident. So during direct, Cassie had said that she was in Atlantic City hosting a bunch of parties, and a guy named Sujit that they knew, I don't know who Sujit necessarily is, he said that he had a video of photographed Cassie touching herself or doing something, you know, during an FO, and she flipped out and she told Diddy, and he wasn't in town. I believe he was in California or somewhere else. Don't quote me on that, but he was not in Atlantic City and he was not in town. Hold on, I'm standing up. My legs are killing me. I'm gonna try to cover my notebook. So she told him, and he says, you know, don't let him out of your sight. Like, try to get this video. He's freaking out as well. So during direct, she said that when Diddy flew back to New York, they held a meeting with Sujit and you know, someone else. And these are my words, not hers. She kind of described this dinner as almost like a mafioso type dinner where Diddy was sitting at the table and he had like bodyguards surrounding the restaurant against the wall, you know, and that was that. So I'm kind of just like, okay, I guess if, you know, I could share that with you guys, but that was it. Well, we got a lot more context today when the defense actually played a recording of Cassie. She recorded it herself because, again, you know, Diddy said, don't let him out of your sight, you know, do whatever you can. She recorded herself confronting Sujit. And Sujit sounds very drunk. He says he has this video. She says, show it to me. It starts off fine. And then Cassie, hold on. I wrote a lot of stuff down that she said. And again, they're really trying to show that, in my opinion, that it wasn't just Diddy that was violent, it was Cassie as well. Where is it? So we hear this recording and she says, here it is. I will kill you right now. I will hide you. I will kill you and put you in the effing dirt. I will kill you and I will kill you again. And she says, you're playing games. All the friends are leaving. I've never killed anyone, but I will kill you. I don't care. You're playing games. I'm going to. And then she says, it's not going to be my hands. Someone else is going to do it. Blood won't be on my hands. And then the defense made sure to tell us that he was in California when this happened. So I know what they're trying to do. Again, it seems like they're dragging Cassie through the mud here. And when I said that his attorney was, you know, strategic yesterday, Nicole Esteveo, and being kind and not badgering Cassie, that seemed to dissipate a little bit today. At one point, they're talking about Cassie going to rehab in 2023, and she went to somewhere called Willow House. And Esteveo says, you know, you looked at the website, right, before you went to rehab? And Cassie's like, I don't know, I don't remember. And then she made a comment like, well, surely if you left your children for 45 days, you would have looked at the website ahead of time. Objection. And then before the judge could even say sustained, she's like, withdrawn. So it was getting a little spicy. And just about this rehab, they were talking about, the rehab, and basically that it wasn't just for drugs and trauma, it was a lot more than that. She had some type of neurotherapy that would help her cope with trauma. She had sessions where she would basically, relive some of the trauma and complete it. And then they made sure to share that she was taking some kind of drug. I think it was, it started with an S. I gotta find it. It'll take me a minute to find it. It's so crazy out here. Suboxone. She was taking something like that, but not when she got to this rehab, prior to that. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot this morning. I feel like if I'm leaving anything out, I'll do another update at the end of the day, but my notepad is soaking wet. It's disgusting out here. Let me think. Yeah, I think that's all for now. I'll leave it at that for now, and if I forget anything later, I'll let you know. Oh, there was, it's just wild when you hear these evidentiary hearings in the morning before trial starts, and they're arguing about evidence being let in, and then like hearing a federal judge say the term freak off, I will just never get used to it. It's so weird. But anyway, I will post more later. Thanks for